It's been a roller coaster of a year for Franklin High School student athlete James McClain-Green. He wasn't sure when he'd be taking his final breath, but today, finally, after an outpouring of donations from the community, 3 major surgeries, intense physical therapy, and a relentless fight to survive, James returned to what he loves most.
I do have a match.
A familiar voice graced the Franklin High School wrestling team this Sunday.
Roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it!
James McClain, a 2-time Texas state champion, was back in purple and black.
Let's wait, Bernie, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's wait, Bernie!
What it took to get here was nothing short of a miracle. On a cold night in El Paso, phone calls began to send chills.
My phone had been ringing and getting text messages so much that it vibrated itself off the dresser.
James was involved in an auto accident with several fellow classmates.
The initial report was that James had passed away in the auto accident.
For his loved ones,
it was unreal. It's a feeling that I wouldn't wish on anybody. The morning after the accident, we were supposed to be going to the airport so he could fly off to Air Force Academy on an official visit.
As word spread, help came flocking. High school students, faculty, and others from all over the city donated blood and began a fight to keep McClain alive.
We didn't know if James was going to make it.
Everything was so nerve-wracking. You just never knew. Every time you heard that beep, you're like, what's happening?
His mother never lost hope.
That was my head nurse. She was on top of everything, and I feel like without her, a lot of this wouldn't have been possible. She told me that my doctor was trying to pull the plug, and no, he's gonna come back, he's gonna come back.
And James never stopped fighting. The tragedy would cut McClain's senior year short, and it seemed he'd never return as a Franklin Cougar.
Wrestling gave him some more motivation. It gave him drive to fight through the hard times. We started talking and we did some research and found out that there may be a way he could wrestle another year.
Very little time was wasted once he was cleared to return to the mat room.
We would just work lightly, whatever he could, and I knew the first day he was going to be back.
Once he was strong enough, came his first competition since the accident. Knowing the adversity he's faced makes those around him ever more grateful. For his mother,
it's good to see. It warms my heart.
For those who were unsure.
Once again, he proved us wrong.
For his teammates.
His presence alone motivates and inspires these boys.
1, 2, 3.
For James.
Ready to get back to me, get back to 100%.
Moving forward, having support from his #1 fan is one thing he can count on.
Everything he's going through, we go through as a family. I'm with him.
You got a sneak peek of his second match of the day. He'd finished the tournament a perfect 4-0. His goal now is chasing his 3rd Texas state title. James is currently finishing several elective classes at Franklin High as the semester wraps up. He'll take on a full class load in the spring before graduating in May as a Cougar. He plans to continue wrestling at the college level where he will study gastroenterology. Reporting for KFOX 14, I'm David Guest.